In the future, as meat ingredient prices rose sharply, humans have developed new species. These hybrids created just needed water. They could gain 100 pounds of meat in 1 week, low feeding cost, and it grew fast. However, no one expected. At the press conference, these hybrids who were originally docile suddenly grew sharp spikes. Blood splattered instantly inside the sterile room. The scene scared the audience. They fled from their seats one after another due to such a big mistake. Investors demanded divestment immediately, although financial support has been lost. But Elsa, the scientist in charge of the experiment, did not want to give up her achievement. She thought there must be too many animal genes. If added some human genes, maybe the problem could be solved. After food out what Elsa was thinking, her boyfriend Clive wanted to stop him, but at this time, life has begun to take shape in the composite. If the experiment really succeeded, that must be a transcendent achievement. That's all. Clive was successfully convinced by Elsa. New life was about to be born. To ensure safety, Elsa decided to deliver it herself, but unexpectedly she just put her hand in. Immediately an unknown force sucked her firmly. To save his girlfriend, Clive just smashed the petri dish. Although Elsa's arm went out, she still got stabbed. Clive put the hybrid into the sterile cabin, planning to do an autopsy the next day. Unexpectedly, when they opened it the next day, only a shell was left of the hybrid. It was obvious that something was going out of it. Elsa turned her head. A little monster appeared in front of her. It turned out that it evolved from an embryo into a mutant. Clive panicked. He wants to destroy this terrible experiment, but was rejected by Elsa. Elsa already regarded it as her own child and named it Dren. She took good care of Dren and tried her best to train it like normal people, but the accident still happened. Clive's brother Gavin broke into the laboratory. Dren suddenly appeared and knocked Gavin down. In order to prevent more people from discovering, they had to move Dren to a safe place. This was the first mutant created in human history. Due to premature birth and stunted growth, a high fever soon appeared. Clive had an idea. Just threw Dren into the bathtub. Physical cooling. Look at this struggling mutant. Clive suddenly became angry. Just pushed Dren into the water. After all, Dren was a monster anyway. Soon, Dren gradually lose its vital characteristics. Clive finally breathed a sigh of relief. However, the next second, Dren opened its eyes. It turned out it evolved again, from terrestrial animals to amphibians. As Dren grew up, Elsa and Clive sent it to an abandoned farm. For Dren, who has never left the laboratory, everything outside was full of curiosity. Unexpectedly, the two just got off the car. Dren disappeared. They were looking for it everywhere. Fortunately, they found Dren not far away. Unexpectedly, after turned around, Dren was eating a hare with its mouth full of blood. Very scary. In order to prevent Dren from hurting people, Elsa and Clive imprisoned it in the house. But what Dren wanted was to get out of the house. After communicated with the couple but no avail, Dren directly overturned the table, jumped out of the window, then ran to the roof. The couple could only get the ladder and try to persuade Dren to be obedient. As a result, Dren's foot slipped, about to fall down. However, the next second, this was a half-human, half-animal mutant. Because Dren couldn't stand being locked up for a long time, went to the roof alone. Unexpectedly, Dren slipped. Just when it was about to fall, Dren opened its arms. A pair of wings spread out. Now Dren had new evolution. It has become a mutant of land, water, and air. After comforted Dren, Elsa took the kitten away, which made Dren very dissatisfied. Looking at the glum Dren, Clive played the music and asked Dren to dance. The next day, Elsa still returned the kitten to Dren. Unexpectedly, Dren suddenly stabbed the kitten to death. Elsa got angry and slapped Dren. Next second, Dren knocked down Elsa directly and took away the house key. Dren opened the door happily, just about to welcome the first ray of sunshine in life, but Elsa swung a shovel from behind. When Dren woke up again, the spike on the tail was also cut off by Elsa. Due to this, Clive and Elsa had a big fight. When they went to the farm again, it was discovered that Dren had lost its vital signs. Now the two could only give up. Buried Dren. Meanwhile, the colleague came with their boss. The boss wanted to bring research product back to the laboratory. Then they suddenly started arguing. They didn't notice that the soil where Dren was buried was gradually loosening. Next second, a strong wind swept. The boss also disappeared. When the three have found the boss again, he was already dead. They raised their heads. Dren was flapping its wings and looking at the three people with disdain. At this time, Dren has turned into a male. Then a dark shadow passed by. The colleague was also taken away. The two quickly chased after Dren. When reached the pool, Clive was dragged into the water by Dren. Elsa didn't care too much either, turned around and ran away. As a result, she was knocked down by Dren. This moment, Dren wanted to possess Elsa. Watching Dren's spike grew back, Clive directly inserted the stick into Dren's body. Dren was irritated. Backhand overwhelmed Clive. Sharp tail directly penetrated Clive's heart. After regaining consciousness, Elsa lifted the stone, just hit Dren indiscriminately. Then Dren died completely. Clive also lost his life in the ice and snow. Elsa was the only one left to survive. After return to home, Elsa received a check from the investor. That was a reward of $100 million. The condition was very simple, as long as she was willing to give birth to the child in her belly. Obviously, the story of the mutant seemed to continue.